Hello, everybody. I'm Mortika Lacrosse, and it's time for another
Strange People in History.
That's right. Let's start the show. Hello, everyone. I'm Mortika Lacrosse, and you're watching another Strange People in History video. This is going to be one that's going to have a few strange people in history, and the first one is Pope Stephen VI. Now, the reason this particular pope is in the Strange People in History is nobody's really quite sure how he actually got to be the Pope. He was backed up by a powerful family called the Dukes of Spalato or something like that. But he disliked the previous Pope so much that he literally dug him up from where he was buried at. He's like, man, I hate this motherfucker. So he digs his ass up and he goes, I'm gonna put this motherfucker dead on trial. And then he had some other priests speak for the dead guy. And so they had this whole mock trial and everything. And he decided him being convicted was not good enough. So what he does after the conviction, he throws the dude into the water. He dumps him into a local lake or some shit like that. And then afterwards, that pissed off a lot of people because they're like, did he just throw that? We like that other pope. We don't like this fucker. Did he just throw Did Pope Stephen VI just throw the other pope into a freaking lake? He did. He threw him into a lake. So they're like, okay. So they get him and they imprison him. After he was imprisoned, he was strangled while in prison. So, I mean, that's why he's in this episode of Strange But True. Okay, so this next Strange People in History person for the Strange People in History video would be none other than Lord Byron. Yes. That Lord Byron. Okay, so Lord Byron most of the time used his poetry as like a get revenge kind of scheme, but his private life was even wilder. See, he went to the University of Cambridge and the authorities told him, hey, dog's not allowed in the room. So what he did, he adopted a pet bear. Now, after a few books made him even more famous, he reconnected with his long-lost sister, Augusta, who he impregnated. But it gets crazier. Wait, or as they say, now, rumors are that he was supposedly present while Mary Shelley compiled Frankenstein, or composed it, whatever. But some stories differ and say he may have been in the other room sleeping with her sister. But, you know, there's more. He, at one point, he moved to Armenia where he rewrote the Bible of what he thought were better stories. He's like, yeah, I know what they wrote, but I got some better stories. I'm assuming they were probably all stories of him doing his sister. Percy Shelley recalled that Byron let 5 peacocks, 2 guinea hens, and an Egyptian crane roam freely in his home. Because he said they were reincarnated souls, so they could just roam his house and shit and piss everywhere. He eventually sold his estate to be held in Scotland, gave the money away in Greece, which was fighting for independence, and then invited his money to come, blah, blah. A sudden illness, though, ended his life at age 36 before he could see a single battle of Greece fighting for independence. Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audience. Accordingly, viewer discretion is advised. Now, this next strange person in history part of this video, this next strange person in history is Sawyer Bean and his wife, if you will. And this was around the 15th or 16th century in Scotland, and he's known as one of the most horrific cannibals in Scotland's history. And the reason for that is that him and his clan of 48 people had killed and eaten over thousands of people. Yes, you heard me right. They basically were well known in the time period, in that era, just for they would hunt only at night because, well, you know, makes sense. That way they wouldn't get caught. And they would just go from area to area in their area, stalking these people and murdering them and then dragging their bodies back to the cave. It first started out with just Sawyer Bean and his wife. And then they had children. And then since they were all secluded in the cave by themselves and nobody else, their children got with each other, or most likely got with their mother. I'm not quite sure on the details of that part, right? And they had children, and then their children had children, up until the point where there was like 48 people living in this cave. How 48 people were able to live in a cave is beyond me. And so they would go out, right, every night, and they would like hunt these people, bring them back, and then eat them. I don't know if they cooked it. I would hope. I mean, I know that's a weird topic to get on because it is cannibalism. That's weird and gross and strange. But I would hope that they were cooking their meals. But anyways, either way, it doesn't say. It just says that they dragged these people back. And the only way they got caught, according to the lore, is basically they tried to attack this man, but he was well trained by military means, and he fought them back, and they retreated back to their cave. But by that point, it was too late. Everybody in the area was new, and everybody found their cave and found the 48 people, drug them to prison in Edinburgh, and then that is where they were executed for their crimes of murder over 1,000 people. Now, people speculate or debate on whether the crimes were as harsh as the lore says, whether he existed or not. But either way, since a lot of people, a lot of historians say he does exist, that's why he makes it in this Strange People in History video. So that's it that I got for this video of Strange People in History. Thank you for watching. I'm Mortika Lacrosse. As always, stay strange.